Today's economy runs on three things: AI, porn, and gambling. You can't go anywhere online without running to some sort of gambling ad. It used to just be Kevin Hart everywhere promoting DraftKings, but now you're seeing ads for kalshi and polymarket absolutely everywhere. And now kalshi is literally partnered with CNN. You can gamble on starvation in Gaza. It's bad. I'm not even gonna bother saying dystopian because I feel like that word has been used so much that it's basically lost all meaning. Matter of fact, I think the reason that Black Mirror fell off so hard is because real life basically just became Black Mirror. The world we live in today is like Cyberpunk with Kava, which is arguably worse than Arasaka. In today's economy, you can literally put a two-leg parlay on whether or not the president is gonna shit himself egregiously during a speech today. I think it is very strange that we live in a world now where gambling isn't even considered like a weird thing to do anymore. Today, 1 in 2 men under the age of 40 have a sportsbook account, which is even crazier because I didn't know that one man can be in 2 men at the same time. The only difference is today companies call it prediction marketing and not gambling. This is how kalshi was marketing when they first hopped on the scene, claiming that gambling is now legal in all 50 states. I think the way it works is somehow they rely on like legal loopholes and shit, so that technically this isn't sports betting. Sports betting isn't actually legal in all 50 states, but they just found like legal loopholes to like make it legal. Nowadays they're a little bit quieter about the whole gambling thing, but come on, we all know what it is. We know what it is. Sports betting is like traditionally a pretty male activity to do. Like that is peak male behavior, which kind of makes sense because as men, our prefrontal cortex doesn't stop developing until we're 30. A lot of young men are going to get involved with gambling. That's just the way it is. That's how it is. We all know that. And guess what? Now kalshi is actually pushing more ads towards women. Yeah. Get them showers gambling. Yeah. Okay, but yes, this is a thing. It's not gambling, it's girl math. Prediction markets are trying to woo women through matcha, memes, and hashtag girlboss ads, which are 3 of my favorite things. So I'm offended. You know this shit is targeted because they're trying to get you to install kalshi with like Love Island ads.
This can't be normal. Wait, this is it.
Love Island is like women's favorite thing. I haven't seen it, but I've heard so much shit about Love Island. All I know is that if I was on Love Island, I would be setting booby traps for people. I would probably go into the woods and probably like craft a bow and arrow and start sliming out people so I can like, get the money. And that's why they didn't let me on. Not only that, but they're also using girls' second favorite thing, Timothy Salamander, to advertise for kalshi too. And not only that, but I deadass got a J Balvin kalshi ad while researching for this video. So the audio is copyrighted because it is playing J Balvin's music. So I'll just do the best I can to like recreate it.
Busting out knives like a rose toy, making shot it rain like a mad noise. She gon' throw it back like a bouquet. Gotta kill this shit, how to do it. In the 617, yeah, they know what I mean. I know how to get them going, I know how to keep it clean. Ain't no dress code, baby, come as you please. This is private body, better keep it discreet. Que lo que mami, dime como está.
That wasn't even the song that was playing in the back. It was actually Mi Gente. But obviously I can't make the with my mouth. Kalshi and Polymarket are obviously everywhere nowadays, along with other companies like Stake and Rainbet. Even fucking Trump, of all people, is coming out with his own gambling platform. It's called Truth Predict, adding to his long list of totally legitimate, totally real projects, just like the Trump phone and Trump cryptocurrency. And of course, the Trump condoms that relay your exact sperm count directly to Peter Thiel's office. Okay, so the last one I made up myself, but you get the point. We have ads everywhere for every type of gambling app you can imagine. If my YouTube channel was monetized, you bet your sweet bippy that you'd probably have gambling ads on this video. So go subscribe, so that way next time you come back to my channel, maybe you can get a gambling ad on this very video. And maybe I could stop driving for DoorDash and being a foot slave for Scooter Braun and sucking his big toe every single Tuesday night for $300 a pop. That'd be really cool. I would love to stop doing that and rely on this channel for my income instead. I actually live in Poland in a shack, and I'm trying to make it back to my family in the US. I'm Polish, if you didn't know, by the way. I'm a Polish guy who speaks Spanish. Anyway, nowadays, if you even touch Instagram Reels, you get absolutely slammed with ads of just steak and rainbow out the wazoo. They spread your shit open about yay big, and you're just inundated with ads. I'm sure you can understand the pain of seeing one of your favorite creators have to take a gambling ad. Like, you know, bro, rent is due. Some of my favorite creators have had to take a gambling sponsorship, and that just pains me to see. I think some creators don't really have a moral compass. They just kind of like take whatever sponsorships they can take. Some of them try to make it obvious when they have a sponsor that they don't really like, or maybe some of them just feel bad about it and they just have to take the sponsorship anyway because they need the money that bad. The steak logo is on every like 3 Instagram Reels that I see. It is on F1 drivers' titties. Even the car itself has a Kick logo on its titties. Kick is another big player in this new age of internet gambling. If you live under Dwayne Johnson and you don't know what Kick is, it's basically a streaming platform made by Stake, which is one of those giant gambling companies I mentioned. It's a gambling app that just keeps ejaculating their ads all over the internet. Kick does a lot of gambling streams to just promote Stake, and they basically just give streamers money to gamble with. One of their top streamers is Drake. Wait. One of their top streamers is Drake. You ever be on the Duolingo app just like banging out some Duolingo, and then at the end of the lesson you get that ad that's like a shitty ass mobile game and the gameplay is so horrible you get rage baited into downloading the app yourself? That's what they do in these gambling platforms.
What's the most money you spent in a day?
I gambled $7 million in one day and lost.
So they just pay streamers to like intentionally play the game horribly so you get rage baited into downloading the app. Aiden Ross got paid $4 million per month just to intentionally lose on a gambling app so that people get rage baited into just going and downloading Stake. And of course we know there's a ton of celebrities out there who will take gambling sponsorships or just straight up gambling addicts. You can't turn on the TV without Kevin Hart running up on your ass and telling you to download DraftKings. Even Post Malone, who is probably, you know, slightly taller than Kevin Hart, not that it matters, is running up on your ass and telling you to download some shit too. I kind of miss the era when it was just Kevin Hart telling you to gamble and not everybody else. But alas, we are here in this new age of gambling. More than half of US adults gambled in some form last year. And a lot of these people are Gen Z and millennials. So they're coming for our ass now. What? Look, okay, we know how fucked this economy is. People are just doing whatever they can to get out of like this generational debt maxing that we're all going through. Whether it's from Coachella or just like DoorDash maxing. And do not order DoorDash in Massachusetts right now because that means I personally will deliver it to your door. And I'm gonna like Ocean's 11 one of your chicken nuggets and just like pull it out of your bag and eat it myself. There's better ways to get out of debt, bro. We have kids gambling on Roblox, and a lot of teenagers get started gambling like way underage just because companies provide legal loopholes for them to do that. It doesn't really help that we have like all these streamers and people like that who kids love promoting gambling too. And the funny thing is, even gambling streamers and celebrities fumble the bag extremely hard on gambling. I think it's insane how XQC somehow fumbled $100 million just through gambling. It's kind of like how Bruno Mars went into generational gambling debt and he had to make the song Fat, Juicy, and Wet with Sexy Red just to get out of that debt. Just don't be like Bruno Mars. Although it is kind of what he does. He has like 50 songs in his entire discography and he just drops a new song whenever he needs more money to go gambling with. So it's a vicious cycle. He can get away with it, but you can't. So my recommendation is just not to do that. If I was a celebrity of generational wealth, why would I just go blow it all on gambling when I could just put that shit like in a high yield savings account and then just chill out? We were almost a generation that was gonna be like money maxing and shit, but we're still letting these gambling companies just grip our cheeks. Gambling's always been here, but I just feel like recently it's gotten like just significantly worse. But unfortunately, I do think gambling is one of those evils that will just kind of always be here. There were cavemen back in the day on some Cro-Magnon shit that were probably like gambling over like a chunk of amethyst, or probably like Stone Age hookers in Stone Age Vegas. Fast forward, and America is literally built on money gained from lottery tickets. This country is built on the back of gambling, which I still think it's kind of wild that lottery tickets are a thing. Even still today, every time I go into a gas station to try to fill up my Corolla with cash, there's like like a mile-long line of just octogenarian fossils all the way through the gas station, and I have to wait behind all those fuckers just to get gas. And they're all trying to buy lottery tickets. They will buy a lottery ticket, scratch that bitch at the counter, realize they lost, and then buy another one, scratch that shit at the counter, and then realize I lost and get another one and just keep running away. Like, this shit consistently happens to me every single time I go to New Bedford. All people do there is just buy lottery tickets at gas station when I'm just trying to get some cheaper gas. They're getting old people with gambling addictions too. They're getting young whippersnappers like you and me with just other types of gambling. It's all the same thing. They've got us all by the cheeks. Gambling used to only be like gambling on like balls or sports, but now you can bet on literally anything. So listen, I'm not telling you to stop gambling altogether. I personally think it's fine to take a few dollars and throw it around. It's like, if you're in a good financial situation, you can get away with that. But if you're in actual debt from gambling, or you have like a serious gambling problem, you should get some help, bro. And even if you're like winning big from gambling and you're doing like pretty well and like making good money off of it, why not just like chill out and like put that money in a high yield savings account, and then your money just works for you and just grows over time? I don't know. I just feel like just getting out before it bites you in the ass is probably like the smartest move. And ladies, please do not gamble on Love Islands. Don't go to the island. Please, you've been smarter than men for so long. Please continue to be smarter than men, because as a man, we need somebody to be smart for us. Anyway, that's just about gonna do it for today's video. Make sure to smash that like button consensually so I can escape Poland and move back to my family in the States. I promise I won't use that money to place a bet on whether or not Mitch McConnell is going to come back from the hospital with a BBL. If he does, it's probably going to be really rounds and really luscious. Probably the greatest one you've ever seen. Go follow me on Shannongram and go follow me on TikTok. This has been Benji. Do not get a BBL in New Bedford. The backshot fumes will be insane.
Bounce that, make it vibrate. Out sandwich in my prostate. Water on my neck, make a baby hydrate. Going all night for the heat, circulate. Splash, water percolate. Body tsunami, yeah, we open floodgate. Make that ass clap like we gon' celebrate. Mixing on my Rick, this a new Watergate.